Haha. That was a joke. Oh wow, it actually
Ah,
is working.
did it work? Oh wow. Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's huge, Ted. It's good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Game One Player South, Season 3, Episode 11. I am Lord Teammaker, aka Will McKellar,
Ooh.
and joining us in his new, look at that snazzy looking, just to increase his gorgeousness by 10%, is James Atkinson.
That's right. As you can see, the little like metal thing goes through here. There's nothing behind me. I swear.
And you can't see his face, but he is here. He is here this week. He makes his return. Please, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Hagelman.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Glad to be back finally. How have you all been?
Yeah, mixture up. Some days up, some days down, some days bad, some days good. How are you? How have you been? What have you been up to?
I've been programming and building game, and then throwing away the tiny amount of progress I have to go do it better, just over and over again.
So basically normal development of a video game.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Allie, hi. How are you doing, Allie?
Evening, Ali.
I'm gonna give my shout out right here and now to Allie for being there pretty much every day, all the time.
Yeah. Props to Allie.
Blimey. Tops. Oh, tonight on the show, we've got some stuff to talk about. We've got what we've been playing, some, extra life stuff, and, shout outs. And then we'll be getting ourselves out of here to rest and get ready for the weekend because the weekend's is big for us because it's draft weekend.
And
Oh,
Tottenham
boy.
play Watford.
And it's the Italian Grand Prix.
And Bloody Scythe, how are you doing?
Hello, bloody Scythe. So, shall we get the awful shit piece of news that we need to address out the way first?
Yes.
All right. Last Sunday in Jacksonville, it's happened again, and it's one of the things that other news people and I'm sure other gaming bits have gone on about over a week. But it's something that has to be addressed again. And unfortunately, in Jacksonville, there was another shooting. This time, it was close to home for gamers because it happened during a Madden event. And I'm not going to justify, I'm not going to give the person's name out here. They don't deserve it. They really don't deserve it. The attention anymore that we're going to give the event because of, for the two victims that I heard from BBC. But yeah, so here we go again. And I send my condolences out to the family of, the victims. Because it sucks. It just sucks that this is still happening. What about you guys?
EA canceled its qualifiers,
Mm-hmm.
and then also went and donated money to the families of those affected. They made $1 million available to those families that are afflicted. So that's good guy EA.
Yeah,
EA isn't an evil company; they're just dumb. So like the heart here is that they're trying to help the people there because I mean, yeah, at least cover some degree.
It won't take the hurt away, but it's a good gesture from EA. And while I have times where I can absolutely throw vicious bile at them for their practices, this I can't. This I really can't. This is one of those sort of that's a good call.
Mm-hmm.
Should we talk about EA making another good decision?
Okay.
Yes.
They pushed back Battlefield 5 a month.
Good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they stated development time, but we all know the reason why.
Red Dead
To finish it.
Red Dead and Blops.
Yeah. COD Blops.
COD Blops. Blops. or just whatever the heck we're calling it. The game that I'm not going to play, that sits there at my Blizzard downloader, and I just go, what? No. No.
Kind of like what's going to be on offer, what is actually on offer now.
For free.
Like,
for a month.
Yeah, for free for a month on PSN. That I went, hashtag still not watching, hashtag still not playing.
It's the perfect time to play it, though, Will. It is literally just a time investment.
I say, no.
It's all it is your time. And it's not like you have a friend who plays it by himself.
On PC.
I have a PlayStation. I have it on PlayStation.
I would say you should join us for a Human Fall Flat, but you can't. And I'll explain that in a bit.
Will, thank you for the host.
Yes, thank you, Will, for your host.
I'm confused. I'm okay with being confused, but I'm mildly confused.
Oh, Ali, you know it's because they were going to look at it and get a massive hit from COD blobs and Red Dead Redemption 2. If not Red Dead Redemption 2, taking aim at both of them and just blowing them out of the water.
The Red Dead has a lot of backwind to it right now. I mean, because it is the unique game coming out. As some people have said, it is 8 years of a development time, a strong market presence of people behind it. Plus, they look at the continuation of if they basically make it anything like GTA Online and that capability, there's going to be a longevity in the game for a long period of time to come.
Oh, so. You know, Rockstar has plans for that.
Oh, absolutely.
It really, really does. And if it's anything like the first Red Dead, I'd be enjoying it was a fluke.
Well, I tend to agree with you a little bit. Well, like I see Red Dead and I look at it and I go, yeah, it looks like a good game. But there's nothing there that like screams to me I need to buy it now or when it comes out.
Yeah.
It seems because it seems like for me, I guess that's kind of the case with those kind of games. I look at that and I go, I can get like it. I don't need that kind of immersive story experience in that kind of a game. Like, I guess it's because I'm American, but like, I'm kind of good with Westerns. I'm really kind of good. I don't need it too much.
Do you think it's also because of games like GTA 5, which when they came out story-wise, it took a while for it to get going, and then it just when you look back at it after you take your rose-colored glasses off after playing it, well, it wasn't actually that great.
It's not even that. I mean, GTA 5, I look at it more as a social commentary than a video game. That's how I treat GTA 5. It's more about like what does it mean to make a game and be in the game's interesting. They're poking as much fun in themselves than they are at the the world around them. But that's the problem I have with like going into Red Dead. It's not that. It's a gritty Western. It's going back to like Harky Time, and I guess it's because like Western movies were so overdone. I'm not like it. It's not starring Clint Eastwood. I could really care less about it. That's essentially like my thing. Like it doesn't have Clint Eastwood in it. I don't care. Like you can't. Like, I mean, like I could sit there and I could play spend $60 and spend 40 to 50 hours in Red Dead Redemption, right?
Yeah.
Or I could spend probably $2.99 on Amazon Prime. Hashtag Amazon Prime, hashtag Prime Sub, hashtag Watch Jack Ryan to get your 400 bits if you're a Prime subscriber. That's not a shameless plug. But I could spend like $2.99 on Amazon and rent The Good and Bad and the Ugly.
Yeah,
and watch 3 hours of a good Western.
Or Netflix.
Or just Netflix. Yeah, I could just Netflix Clint Eastwood Westerns. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, The Man with No Name.
Pale Rider. For a few dollars more.
Colorado. 310 to Yuma, the original. I mean, there's some great Western movies that I can watch for little to no money that I'm already paying. And I would prefer to watch that because to be honest, it and all the trailers I've seen and all the launch trailers I've seen, there has been nothing there that says you need to play this game. I'm like, okay, so it's GTA style gameplay on horses. The Hateful Eight, thank you. That's another great one. We're talking like both. It looks good, and I know the thing is, I think that's what is a big selling point of this game to a lot of people is that a lot of us gamers played Red Dead Redemption 1 when it was first came out. We loved the shit out of that game, and now they're like, here comes the next one, and they're just like, oh my god, here it comes. I need to play this. Because I haven't played Red Dead in almost a decade.
So I think playing Red Dead again on backwards compatibility has actually given a little bit of a spark to it. Again. Because, when you relive the story, you relive how things play out, it was still a good story.
And yeah, I agree. I agree that it's a good story, and it absolutely can be. But I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't found any of the characters relatable. Like, there's nothing like that they showed me in any trailers. Like I'm almost expecting like a movie trailer for this game. Like just do a shot for shot like Western movie trailer, and that would probably get me interested. But like anything you see, like, okay, you have a posse. Is this posse mechanics, or are you just this one guy? Like the main character means nothing to me. Like, I've watched all the trailers. I don't even know his name.
What? Because it's the gang that's Marston is chasing in the first one. That's what the story centered around. It's the gang.
Where in any of the trailers does it tell you that? Unless you know specifically from playing Red Dead 1.
Just because I'm sure they did a trailer bit where they was on about it.
But like in the gameplay trailers, like the E3 trailer, where does that show up?
In the E3 one, it doesn't. It's one done later.
But like in like the major trailers that I can be bothered to watch.
Yeah, it doesn't say that.
So yeah, it's 8 years. So it's been 8 years since this game came out. And you're asking me to pull on knowledge from a game 8 years ago.
Yeah, well, a lot of people can't remember last week.
I was going to say, yeah, I can barely remember what I played the last week for this show, let alone 8 years.
Can barely even remember what he had for breakfast.
I didn't. I don't eat breakfast. That's why I don't have to worry about remembering it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you could barely remember it.
Just stop eating breakfast, man. Here's a shower thought for you. And I think I should probably. I'm actually planning on posting this on Reddit. Ready?
Yeah.
If you don't eat breakfast, and your first meal of the day is at lunch, isn't it actually breakfast?
Yep.
Could it be brunch?
No, because you're breaking your fast. That's the whole point of breakfast.
Mm.
So you don't eat breakfast in the morning. Does that mean that your first meal of the day is your breakfast, even if that meal is at lunchtime?
Yep.
Yeah, still counts.
So, shower thought, right? It's bear shits in the Football Manager. Now, see, Will, let's talk a little bit about Football Manager here. See, notice the beauty of Football Manager is that the game writes a story itself. Now, like this year's Corby Town, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to get a goalkeeper that was a regen in our youth academy called Adam Balls, but I did. And he's great at just handling. He's got like 20 ball handling and the command of his area, and he's good distributing the balls, and he's good at blocking the balls and punching the balls, and he's good at handling balls. That's the beauty of that game. You create your own narrative. Where like, I just look at Red Dead and there's just nothing that wows me. I mean, For me, Red Dead is like a game I'm probably going to pick up in 2 years where it's half price on the Steam sale.
Hmm.
And that's just what it seems like to me. It looks good. I appreciate where Rockstar is going, but at the same time, I think that they're just looking and saying that now's the perfect time for us to release this because we haven't come out with anything, so it's going to be a complete and total nostalgia grab. And that's good marketing on their part.
Yeah. Well, some we say around here a lot is like it's style over content, potentially.
It is. I mean, well, that's kind of Rockstar in a nutshell, especially lately. It's all style over content. So, but I do reserve judgment. There have been games that I have been overhyped about and have turned out to be duds. Destiny 2. And there are games that I couldn't be bothered with that end up being one of my favorite games. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes.
I knew nothing about that game. Didn't give a shit about it. I went, oh, look, it's on the Steam store. I might as well buy it. Beat the game. Like, all the way through. Recorded it. Posted it. It's a great thing. Yeah, a new IP. Well, you have to wait for 2019 for new IPs, my friend.
Especially with the new...
Or get yourself some Football Manager. Create your own story.
Or Motorsport Manager.
Or F1 Manager. Or Hockey Manager. Or Baseball Manager. And really, there's a sport... Sega makes a manager game for pretty much every sport. There really is actually a manager for every type of industry now, too. So you could be like, farm manager, truck driver simulator, train driver simulator, railroad tycoon. If you want to manage shit, just find it. Steam has it on there probably for $20. Create your own narrative. Use your imagination. Create the story of the mind.
Right. You know what else is going to come back? That they talked about it yesterday, and it's like, ooh, this could be interesting. Streets of Rage 4 has been announced. It's coming. They don't know when. It's just been announced. There's a teaser trailer out there. So yeah, more bloody trailers. But it's more Streets of Rage,
I mean, it's just, I guess this is just kind of my thoughts about this holiday season. It's just that there's good games, but there's nothing that's hyping me too hard.
Yeah. I can understand that because I kind of feel the same way.
Spider-Man comes out next week, and and we know what my thoughts are on Spider-Man. It's going to be.
Let's hope this goes from to ooh, even with its smaller puddles.
Thank you. You got that reference.
So there was one game that you wanted to talk about, though, James.
Yes.
As part of that final bit of news.
Okay.
So I'll let you do it.
Ace Combat 7 would be fun to play if I had a joystick and a throttle, because I would stream the shit out of that game, and all it would be, there'd be no game audio. All right, number one, I would not pipe in any of the game audio. It would literally be me. Do I have them here? I should have them. I do. It would literally be me sitting here like this, just playing Danger Zone, flying around in an F-14 for like 4 hours. That's all it would be. That would be the stream. It would just be this.
I'd have to get mine.
You're not even using your camera.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine.
Just fucking Danger Zone all the time.
No, wait, here.
I wouldn't be able to take myself serious. That's the thing. Like with that kind of game, that's all you can do.
That's what you need to do. So I'll have Danger Zone going through my head if I play it.
It's all it is. That's all it is. Now let's let people come around. Stay a while and listen here.
Stay a while and listen.
Because we're about to talk about something. As I mess with, I'm still trying. Also, I'm trying to figure out the lighting here. Ooh, that's.
Hold on, we can still do this. We can do the Ace Combat thing.
There it is.
We can both have aviators here. Just drop those onto my face.
Are you posting? Oh God, you're making me do stuff, aren't you?
I am making you do stuff. You may need to scale them a little bit, but you can just drop those right on there.
I will. Give me a second. We'll pad with something. I gotta do a thing.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, what we could do then while you're doing that is talk about Extra Life. Because that's coming up now in a few short weeks. It's like 2 months away. And the bits of news, first bits of news, because I wanted to say this is a bit of a shout out, is Will's toy clearance this week beat his challenge of getting 1 billion on a pinball table. So another $5 will be coming to Extra Life. So thank you very much, Will. You're awesome. Dougie is going to be doing his Halloween stream with the link to our Extra Life to try and raise some more money for us that way. So that would be absolutely awesome as well. And current total, because we now have 3 members, 3 links in part of our team for this year, and our current total is $694 out of the 2,000 team total. That is super and awesome. And I see what you're doing.
That's actually works real good.
That's actually really strong.
That's actually really strong. That is MVP level stuff there. That is super strong.
I know how to pick them.
Yeah, you do.
So now we can go play Ace Combat, guys. Let's do this.
I'm actually just gonna keep that as a routed thing, so I can just keep that there all the time now. Yeah. Do you know who Dave Nova is?
Do you know who the real Dave Nova is?
Okay.
Him. It me.
So
Dave Nova will be at Extra Life.
So let's talk about a thing. All right, this is the last news story, but is the most important one here, guys. So there's something else happened this week, right? Yeah, that's it, Allie. That is exactly it. Fucking Cyberpunk 2077. I watched that trailer fucking twice, and all I have to say is, yes, please. Yes, please. I want. Give now. I don't care. Just give it to me now. I don't care. They were like so hesitant to give out this gameplay. They don't want it. They were like hiding it behind closed doors and everything. And they finally show us it. And it's 48 minutes. And I'm just fucking blown away. It's better than Fallout. The world, the way it's set up, the walking, it felt human. That's the best way I can describe it. I think my favorite part of this trailer, and going through all of it, like they're talking about, like, you know, the gameplay, the shooting, everything like that. I thought the best part of that was when she was with the Ripper Doc, getting the mods installed, and just like that moment, which would be like just a throwaway moment in any video game. But just the subtlety, like you're going to get like the hand grip and you're going to get the eye installed. And they go, okay, the hand grip. And he goes, put your arm in this thing and put some anesthetic. You put your arm in there and you just think, oh, it's just like a throwaway kind of line. And then he's talking about the mod as he puts it in there. And then you see the eye, and you see the eye light up from across as he's installing it into your head. And then like you go through like the scanner and that works. So he goes, okay, try this out. And you look, and all this entire time, that thing you had your arm in is installing the dermal layer on your hand. There was like no wasted moment. Like everything has a purpose, and everything did something. And the best crowds I've seen in a video game.
It's one thing I'm going to have to look at again, because, you know, then first of all, I get to see the full 48 minutes of it, but yeah, it felt fluid from what I saw. There was they said it was no loading times in there. On a game this is apparently this big. That's ambitious.
And the thing is too, I look at this game, if it's the size of the Witcher map, right?
Yes.
They're doing a lot with verticality in it too, because if you look at like that opening thing, like V starts out coming out of her house, and she's going down escalators, and it's going across street lights and stuff, and like everything. And they're talking about obviously all the choices you can make, and there's like you can do funny runs, you can do serious runs, you can do corporate level runs, you can do like street level runs. It really is kind of telling a story the way you want, but it's kind of, they're not pulling a punch, in a sense. I look at this and I enjoy every minute. And like, people said like, oh, the gunplay looks a little subpar, and I think was one pundit said that the enemies look bullet spongy in the way that like at the Division 2 in Destiny is. I'm like, yeah, well, if we're going to, number one, they said it about 10,000 times. This is a early build of the game. What you see here may not reflect with the final product.
And I think because of the way, it's a first-person shooter RPG, I think that's what people are missing the point on as well. Because it's an RPG, the characters you face will be a bit more bullet spongy because you got to wear their hit points down.
Also, they're like nanobots, enhanced humans. Like let's talk a little bit here. Like they probably have subdermal layers of armor plating, like knitted into their bodies.
Yeah.
Some of their bodies may even be mostly robotic. So if you shoot somebody in the arm and they're a fucking robot, it would make sense that they don't die in one hit.
Yeah.
But
the only way it would make sense if they died in one hit is if you hit like a pressure point, like a power area, that just went bang.
Punisher, and they showed you that that's a thing. And I really enjoyed, like, I liked the opening sequence because for me, like, this game, it's like I look at this game and I go, this is a lot of cyberpunk novels. I can see Snow Crash in this. I can see, God, I've listened to so many books and none of them come to mind. Mona Lisa Overdrive in this, it's just, there's just a lot of that feel in it. I mean, like, I wanted to see the city at night because I mean, and the soundtrack, by the way, fucking amazing. I loved the music and like kind of that raw edginess that they brought to it. But at the same time, like, I can imagine pulling that music out and just putting the Blade Runner soundtrack on, and it doesn't, it would fit seamlessly, but not change the tone.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Like, this game is like, I mean, I pre-order games. I admit, I pre-ordered Destiny 2 before anything else came out. I still like Destiny 2 and feel I've got my money's worth out of that game. But the second this game comes on pre-order, whatever the max level of it that I can get, I'm going to buy. Because, let's be honest, if anything that CD Projekt Red is known for is giving you bang for your buck.
Oh yeah, quality from them. Absolute quality from them.
And this game just fucking looks it. I don't care that it's a first-person shooter. I actually like the fact that it's a first-person shooter. And the reason, and the reason is I think it's immersive. You're looking at immersion here. That's the big thing. They're trying to tell your story. And sure, there are cut scenes when it kind of like it pulls out and it shows you your character and stuff. And people are like, oh, I can't see the cool armor I'm wearing. Well, I don't think that game would have worked, because if they did a third person over the shoulder kind of cam, I don't think you get the same kind of visceral feel when you like jump down and use your scythe arm blade things to stab a guy through the fucking throat.
I mean, this could be the Syndicate that we were hoping EA was going to do when they rebooted it a few years ago.
This looks like what we wanted Deus Ex to be.
Yeah.
And I have high praise for Deus Ex 1 and then the first remake, Human Evolution. Mm-hmm. I loved Human Evolution. I liked the second Deus Ex too. I thought it was really great. Not at the same par, but the storytelling was trying to be there. Now, if anything we know, remember, they're using an RPG system, right? They're telling it through using an RPG system. By the way, the guy that they have in there is like the person they have as a creative consultant is the guy who writes the RPG. He's completely involved in the process.
Right.
Because CG Project Red. And it's just, and it's visceral and it's raw and it's a new IP. And I like the fact that they're going first person because it makes sense for the gameplay, but it also makes sense because it's distancing themselves from The Witcher. Because The Witcher was an over-the-shoulder third person, and you are being told Geralt's story.
Whereas this is your story now.
And there's a certain thing to say about that kind of immersion. Read a first-person book versus a third-person book. There is a wide difference from seeing a character from being inside their head or also being outside their head looking on. It's hugely different. And I'm excited for it. And the best part is we never ever saw anything. We saw how you got some cool loot. We saw how some of the guns worked. We don't know how the gun upgrades go. We don't know how leveling up goes. We don't know how stats interact with things. We essentially just saw what they showed us, which is gameplay and story. And just on that little bit, like, if you watched that as just an episode of a TV series, would you not be satisfied?
In a way, yeah, I mean, it'd be like almost like a short story almost. You want that as like a mini series for Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
In a way, on Netflix or something, these days.
The best thing to include is like Altered Carbon. Cyberpunk, raw, gritty, drugs. It's exactly what you would think it would be. I mean, and you're looking at this thing like you're the protagonist, and there's a the situation you put yourself in where like they put themselves in, they call the corp, and they go in there and like they immediately get out-muscled, get like pinned down, and get forced to give this corp information. And then the corp almost fucks them over later on because of their card, the credit chip card, and almost gets all of them killed because of the virus and everything. You know, they're bringing like saying, "Oh, your actions have consequences," but like that's something real. Like in some games, it's like, "Oh, I'm the hero protagonist. I kind of can go in there and bullshit my way out of anything." But you notice how they immediately went with, and I think this is a little bit of a shot at Mass Effect. They chose the renegade option, be a smartass, and immediately we're like, we're gonna fucking murder you because you're being a smartass.
Not like in Mass Effect where you can be a renegade in there, but it still almost feels like there's some good in some of that.
Well, in Cyberpunk, it feels like yeah, you want to be a badass, but everybody else is also a badass.
So it's something I'm going to have to watch again.
I highly recommend it. There's a lot of things that they put in there. It's just kind of the attention to detail kind of a stuff, and I'm excited to see where it's going. Now, obviously, this could be toned down because they're doing it over, and even if it's graphically toned down, I'm okay with that. Like, Allie, just watch that freaking trailer, man. That's all you need to do. Watch the trailer. And by the way, the callbacks, because we're talking about attention to detail, the original Cyberpunk trailer has that woman, has the cop standing there about to shoot the woman in the head, and she's sitting there in the street with her scythe arms out. And they brought those back. Number one, you got to see them when they zoomed in on the poster in the Ripperdocs place. They showed like the arm blades, but then they give them to you when they say we're going to show you what a high level one.
It's single player. It's a single player story.
It's a single player story mode, no multiplayer, and thank you God for that. Game doesn't need multiplayer. Doesn't need it. EA single player multiplayer games are dead. Let's look at let's look at some of the Game of the Year winners. God of War, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm. Journey all those years ago.
Yeah, we're talking just like the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Just like the ones who are going to win the awards are going to be first person, are going to be single player games.
Yeah, because when was the last time you saw like a Call of Duty win it? Game of the Year.
Modern Warfare 2? Maybe Modern Warfare 2? The last good Call of Duty?
Yeah. been that long.
Realistically, the last good, like the one that every single one has been mirrored after.
The one that gets remastered and they recharge it. just crazy prices.
Unlike the Yakuza series, where like their version of they don't remaster, they remake. They go, oh yeah, here's Yakuza 2, but in the most latest engine with updated combat thing and more features.
Yeah. Unfortunately, 3, 4, and 5 will be remasters rather than a complete remake.
But I think they're good. Okay. I think they're going to bring them into the new engine.
Yeah.
They're going to bring them into the Yakuza 6 engine. I think that's what they said going forward with all the other Kiwamis. They're bringing him forward into the new engine.
Fair enough. If that's the case.
If you have seen the new engine, fucking beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And I can't wait to play them on PC.
Yeah, because Yakuza 0 on PS4 looks really nice.
Yakuza, I'm surprised on how freaking the faces are in Yakuza 0 on PC. Like, they're pretty human. Given like the era of game that it is, they look pretty good.
It's
kind of the uncanny valley where like there's so much attention to detail there, and then like you see the neck, and it's like. Ngh.
Right, well, with that being the news, shall we move on to what we've been playing?
I want to play Cyberpunk.
Yes, I want to play that too.
Have you ever noticed that we kind of have this vibe around here about we kind of like that retro feel? I don't know. Have you seen the opening? it's a little bit. You've seen like the graphics and stuff. It's a little bit cyberpunkish, a little bit.
Who wants to go first? Do you want to go first, Chris? Because we haven't heard from you in a couple of weeks. Properly.
Sure. I've been playing a little tiny amount of Neverwinter Nights. I kind of started getting burned out of it, which is okay.
You went pretty hard for a while.
I did go pretty hard for quite a while, and I've moved towards StarCraft. And so I'm playing more and more StarCraft these days.
You're playing the co-op, or you're playing like multiplayer competitive?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
No.
Right now, I'm currently playing the co-op because, look, it's not a Tig Whippies episode if I'm not playing a game at the exact same time as we're doing
it's not really it's not a season 1 Tig Whippies episode if you're not playing a game and wearing aviator sunglasses.
Truth.
We have obviously
so that people
made
can
that
watch.
callback.
Yes. So that's what I'm doing currently, and I'm excited to do more StarCraft stuff. I've been learning a little bit more how to play. I've been improving, and I've been just enjoying it. I'm being attacked. The other thing I was playing, I'm playing more and more Heroes of the Storm because Regis Castus and a few of our buddies are trying to start doing some amateur competitive. And I opened up some Dark Souls 3. Played a little bit of that.
I have good news for you, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
I happen to have a PlayStation that has Bloodborne on it.
Fantastic.
Sitting right here, because apparently I was smart enough and realized I should download Bloodborne when it was free. So,
well, that'll definitely help me for that time that we're doing on the 3rd.
Mm-hmm. Or if you just want to play Bloodborne, I'm just saying.
I mean, I do just want to play it, but the problem is currently I don't want to play it until after.
Right.
After the thing. Yeah.
Do you need a capture card?
I would need a capture card.
Got that for you too.
So I guess it'll just end up being that I'll have to just drive to your house and start my my stuff that way.
Or we're just going to probably play a role-playing game with each other between now and November. Probably at some point, I would imagine. And when we go to Neutral Party's house, I will then give you said PlayStation 4 and controllers and charger and capture card, with the express consent that at some point in the nearer future you would give it back to me.
Yes. I mean, it'd be at my house anyways, and I'd let my my family know, hey, you're welcome to just walk in and take it.
And then
it is yours.
And then obviously pet Penny for hours upon end, because that is what you do.
Yes. See if we can't time it for the rest of the family too.
Of course. The more corgis, the better. So what else have you been playing?
I've been playing little bits of all sorts of things. A lot of tabletop games. Tabletop Tuesdays are a thing here in Pennsylvania.
Ooh.
So we do a lot of tabletop gaming.
Are we talking like out of box, or are we talking RPGs?
We're talking like on a box.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
A little bit of RPGs.
Getting yourself ready for either Red Markets / Fragged Empires in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
Super.
I gotta write more on that.
Plenty of time. You got plenty of time.
Mm-hmm.
So is that it, dude?
That is it.
Cool.
I've also been making a game.
Ah, yes, this is
Very
what you've been
slow.
showing on your stream, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you're not already following Huggerman, give him a on his personal stream.
Do you mean
Damn it.
this one?
Twitch.tv. That's the one.
That one?
Twitch. That's the one.
That one?
Twitch.tv /
That one? Yep.
That one?
Uh-huh.
We're sure it's this one?
Where I'm making an action RPG called Dawn Rise, and it is a stamina-based game where it's focusing on having superb boss fights and interesting battles. I can't do much about the story because I haven't totally fleshed out the story, but I'm just going to get the main core gameplay down first so that it runs smooth, and then whatever story I work on will be kind of supplementary to the gameplay.
Makes sense. Just set it in like a roguelike thing. Your family died and you were just the ascendant of the person that died before fighting the bosses. Bingo, bango, done. Story written. Continue on with the rest of the game.
It's like a roguelike RPG. It's like, no.
No, see, I would make a 8-bit roguelike RPG.
Well, this one's a 3D game. It's very much out of the scope of what I can actually do, which means I'm going to have to really push myself to get it to work. Which is the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing, though, because then it gives you more. Makes you expand your knowledge.
It is enormously out of the scope of me. Enormously out of my scope.
Right. Do you want me to go for next, James?
Sure.
Cool. That's right. Okay, because right, you might want to earmuffs for about 20 seconds, James.
Is this about Yakuza?
No. Your other favorite game. So I was playing more Uno with people today. Well, this week rather than today, because I was playing by today. Yeah. So Uno, lots of fun still. Real competitive when you get all the actual, all the rules in, because the other rules seem quicker rather than slower, which is weird. But hey, that's fun. There you go, James. All right. So yes, so we played that. Playing Human Fall Flat last night, which was fucking hilarious. I had so much fun on the stream in ages with that. Vicky, with Carl on Team Europe, and then you had Team USA, which was Gio and Tim, which we also wanted a new person, Ed Placencia. Yeah, Placencia. That's him. Hello, Ed, if you're listening. Now, the reason we couldn't play together was because they've region locked it again. And that makes no sense why they would do that.
But
And it
why?
sucks.
Yeah, but why?
I mean, someone was trying to say that it's down to, you could get the game in Russia for cheaper or something like that, and they cut that down. It's like, but that makes no sense. Why they would region lock it for multiplayer?
In
Yeah,
Soviet Russia, game is always cheaper.
It just doesn't make sense. So that was a disappointment, and I hope they fix that very quickly if they're listening. But yeah, it was very, very. It was up there, even surpassed when we played it as a threesome on the show that time. So if you haven't played Human Fall, get your mates in, have a laugh, have a great time with it. It's fucking brilliant. Anything else? Played more Yakuza. I have passed chapter 10 now. I am back in Majima. We've found out who is doing what with the empty lot now, so that's getting interesting. I was right, but then again, it does sort of signpost it as who it is to merge the two characters together at the right time. So look, carrying on with that, want to play some more of that. Played a bit of Fortnite with Ed, old Yebia, because he's been on holiday, so he's like, do you want to play some stuff? I was like, yes I do. So we did. I also played some more Rainbow Six, which last night, we're playing with Rob and Ed, I kicked ass, which is a rarity on Rainbow Six for me. I was like winning rounds. I was almost cleared out a whole fucking team.
I'm just trying to imagine what that would look like.
Yeah.
Will being ace at Rainbow Six, not shooting his own team members?
Not shooting his own team members, not using fuse and taking out the hostage.
Well, I think that was ultimately your big downfall, as you were using fuse.
Yep.
Will was so good, he needed to handicap the other team by giving them a win. That's why he played with fuse. He was handicapping himself.
Yeah, because sometimes you can be just so good at games, you just need to dial it back a bit and give other people a chance.
Sometimes you gotta sandbag it like Curtis did in Rocket League. Sometimes you just gotta sandbag it.
Because we know what Curtis was like with that.
Fucking sandbagging Curtis. Don't let him tell you otherwise.
If he tells you he's shit on Twitter, he tells you he's shit at games,
he's not.
Do not believe him. He is talking out of his arse. Right? Good talk, right? Everything else started, continue Fable, played more Dragon Age 2, still loving the hell out of that. Sniper Elite 4, played a little bit more of that because there's going to be like a few weeks break from playing that. So next month, because it's next month now over here. So October I'll be getting back to that, and played more Mass Effect, and that's pretty much what I've been playing this week. So James, over to you, matey.
I've been playing Let's Get a Setup and Look More Fancy Simulator. Right?
And it does. It does.
It looks so fancy. I'm working on as you guys have seen with the light flickering on and off. I'm trying to find the right levels. I know I look a little bleached out right now, but as you can see here, there's a little bit of green screen still showing.
Yes.
What's even better is like when I put the weather behind me. Right? So we could actually do something like, if we do this, right? Hi, everybody. So, and then we go ahead.
You can do like a news report sort of it, where behind you, like news stories just flash up behind you.
Hang on. So this is almost a gag I had ready, and we're just gonna fuck it and do it live, because that's how we're gonna do this. Bang. All right, yeah, that looks good. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now for the audio version, this is what James is being all technical and trying to do some stuff for his green screen.
You just
technical is a synonym for inappropriate on camera. Let your imagination run wild. Get those fan fictions going.
We have one in the works. I actually have had confirmation.
I'm sure Will was trying to do some fan fiction for us last night. Do you fall flat? Because I was looking at it going, oh, you've got to send that to James for the fanfic stuff. You've got to send it.
Oh, so much fanfic. Here it is. Okay, bang. That looks like a thing I can use. Give me that picture. Yeah, hang on. That looks good. Open image in a new tab. Bang. Alright, here we go. We're gonna do this live. Now we're gonna add a thing. So everybody, this is how you do it. This is how you podcast. Right? So we're gonna do a window capture. Bang. Okay, so we have a window capture. Now what window are you capturing, James? I would say good question. We're gonna capture this one. Okay, well that's a thing right there, right? So doesn't that look fancy? So we're gonna then expand it out. I'm gonna bring it down here and we're gonna expand it out. So bang. Alright, right? Looks fancy. Right. Now we're just gonna move this up here. Right? But then I can just do whoa right down here. And then obviously then I can actually do this.
We can do the weather.
We can do the weather. And I can do nope, that's the wrong one. Did not want to do that transformation.
That's if you're looking for the UK from Australia.
Exactly. There we go. Wait for it. We're getting it there. There you go. All right. As we can see here, this is the British Isles. Now, right around this area right here, it's raining. Now, as you can see, because of the fact that it is raining, a lot of shit is going down. Now, London seems to be fine, but right about where Leeds, and this is the rough Corby Town area, it's just fucked. Just totally rain fucked. They got Northern Ireland here. They're doing a little bit all right, but damn, just look at that blue. Then obviously you've got like just the hardy highlands up here. I think actually more like this is the highlands. This is like where like Norway invaded a long time ago. So these people are just fucking crazy. But like this is like bad news bears right in this area right here. So as you can see, I can do the weather now. I can also sit here with all of you and go, you know what would be interesting to look at, guys? There'd be
the bright lasers of Google.
The bright lasers of Google, yes. But there's this great website right here, right? It's almost like they do a lot of content and they release videos and stuff. And hang on, what's this? There's shit that goes down here. And, wait, there's a series there. And look, oh my god, it's almost like we play video games and stuff. Just tons of stuff. Oh my god. It's almost like content's all over there. And then we can get even weirder because that's the thing we can do here. We can get even stranger with it because we can. So yeah, look, now we're just like, now I'm just going to get me inside of me inside of me. This is just
Jameception.
It's Jameception going on here. So I am obviously now looking at myself. It's just going to go on forever. And it's going to be absolutely great that I can do this now. And there's just so much going on. I just absolutely love that I can do this now. It just makes me so happy. Now, obviously, like I said, there's the shadow of my arms and stuff there in the background. So it's not a perfect system yet. You get the brightness, but that's why we usually keep it on the dark side. But this is so much fun. Anyways, we're going to just go back to the podcast now. Back to originally scheduled programming. But that's the fun we get to have now, guys. And just think, if they get green screens, I can do that to them, and then it's almost like we can post like videos and we can watch content in the behind us when we do stuff.
I have a green screen.
I know. It's just somebody else doesn't have one. He has a red screen or brown screen, maroon screen.
Yeah, maroon.
See, but the thing is, though, we like watching Will's Street Lamp. For the longest time, I got to stare outside and look at Will's street lamp.
You can look at it and go, look, it's nighttime.
It's the morning.
Yeah, it's the morning now. Which is why I'm trying to do a sly wrap up.
I know. We're wrapping it up now. I had to have my fun. Mm-hmm. I had to do the Inception within the show within a show within a show within a show. We had showception. So,
the podcast won't loop itself.
Yeah, no, it's that Cyberpunk trailer though. That fuck. Oh. So, things to do for you guys tonight. Obviously, if you're in Will's side of the world, go to sleep. What are you doing awake? You guys are madmen and women. If you're not on Will's side of the world, here's a hint. If you haven't watched it yet, watch the Cyberpunk trailer. Let us know what to think about it. I obviously had a religious experience, and I'm not a holy guy. I believe David Bowie is my own personal savior, because, let's be real, David Bowie. Besides from that, Hergelman may stream? Or has streamed, so watch what his stream was.
Yeah. I do morning streams now.
He does morning streams now. So that means afternoon streams for you on the Will side of the world.
Yes.
So do that. Follow us if you haven't already. Because, listen, if you've been here this long, you probably already do. And we absolutely appreciate everything. By the way, hi T. Paulin. Hi Michael. I know you're listening, and I appreciate it. We'll talk to you about it later. Follow, like, subscribe, social media, tweet at, just do all the social media things. We're on all of them. We exist on all of them. If you can, and you think this is funny and you're goofy and you want to tell somebody else about it and have them take a listen, do that. We have a couple episodes we'd like to recommend. Episode 50 is usually probably a pretty good benchmark to get them in on, because, Will, you just have to tell me, and I can. There's a button for that. There's a button. You just have to go.
Do it now.
You just have to do like this.
Do it now.
Just do it. Extra life. Extra life. It's for extra life. It's for extra life. But follow us on social medias, at TigWhippies, at LarTeammaker, at Hergelman. Basically, you search any of those and this comes up. Also, the game won't play itself. This will usually come up. Do that. Tell a friend. Really, like that's all I really want you to do. If nothing else, if you don't want to subscribe, follow, tweet at or anything, just tell somebody. Say, do that thing that you always do, where you like find a video on YouTube and you show it to all of your friends, and you're like, "Hey, this is really cool," and they're just like, "I'm not really impressed with it." I'm like, "But it's the thing." Just do that with us. That's what you do. You do that, but with us, and it'll be fun.
We can grow. We can do more stuff for you guys. We do more stuff for you guys, the more entertainment you have. The more entertainment, the happier you are. And that's what we want. We want you happy.
And ultimately, we also want you all to watch Jack Ryan. All right? Everybody watch an episode of Jack Ryan.
Get yourself free bits. Give some people some bits. Make them happy.
Exactly. It's basically free money. They are giving you like $5 with the bits for watching.
Make them pause their stream to sit there and go, "Fucking hell, lad, you madman."
Yes. Everybody watch. If you're a Twitch Prime subscriber, which I know Will's Toy Clearance is, I know Punisher is. I mean, because I have badges. Allie, everybody who's in the chat tonight is a Twitch Prime subscriber. Watch it. Get yourself some bits. Give it to some people you like. Also, just hang out in people's chats. All right? Because it's just kind of cool. Because you know what? A lot of fun things and cool things can happen when you go to people's chats.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's good. Talk to other people. Be nice with each other. Because ultimately...
don't be dicks.
Don't be dicks. Absolutely not.
Abso-fucking-lutely not.
Absolutely fucking not. Because you can just do a lot of nice things for a lot of nice people. And because if you do that, cool things happen. Sometimes... it's almost like I'm trying to do something here.
And also remember, next week is our Saturday afternoon episode, or Saturday morning if you're in the States.
You can almost do something like this.
3 p.m. UK time?
Yeah.
10 a.m. American?
Exactly.
Yes.
So you can also do something like this,
Aww.
where I can gift sub Will's toy clearance a subscriber. So congratulations, Will.
And with it being in September, if the person you gift a sub to wants to increase their subs for another month, they don't need to pay $1. $1.
Yeah, so there you go. This is what you can do. Somebody did. See, I'm spreading this around, and Will, maybe soon, you'll get more than just that emote. I'm not saying anything, but I'm saying something. And just remember, it's because somebody did this to me. I was hanging out in a chat, and they gifted me a sub. So this is me just sharing that love.
Or you see it all the time in other channels. It's really nice.
It is really nice, and we should all do it. And with that being said, I think we'll end it here. Does anybody else have anything for the good of the order?
Happy birthday, Steve McNeil.
Yes, happy birthday, Steve McNeil.
And that's it. Thank you very much, everyone. We're going to head out. Have a good one. We should catch you next week.
I actually have the thing working this time.